kick flipping the shit out of that thing, man. I'm ready. Oh, we good? Oh, there's a record button. First of all, before I even introduce the fucking pod or the podcast, the channel, the YouTube channel, whatever, how you gentlemen doing today, man? Y'all had a nice, productive day?
Yeah, you know, good day of editing videos and whatnot. Good stuff.
Jesus.
Good day of work today. I was mostly at work, my new job, so it went pretty well. Now I'm here. Yeah.
Treating you right over there already?
Can't say just yet. Can't say. It's only been 2 days.
Oh,
so
damn.
you know, we'll get through a month and see how everything acts up.
God, man.
I feel like just a heads up too. Positions opening up because a lot of people actually never mind. I'm going to have to cut that part out. So
yeah, we gotta cut everything out now.
Nah, you know, it'll go mute.
Edit.
It'll go mute in that part
mute
until
you do a bleep. You do a bleep noise. I got you. Oh man, today wasn't too crazy, man. I was taking care of the kid all day, so you know the wife was out working while I was working from the office and taking care of a child that needs constant attention and always wanting my attention. Like, Poppy, me, I'm here. Look at me, watch me. Yeah, it gets kind of annoying after the first 2 hours of that. So have kids, y'all. Yeah, I think you really enjoy it. So make that happen in your life as soon as possible.
What you doing in here?
He's everywhere, man. I literally cannot use the bathroom. He's there knocking on the door. Poppy, what are you doing? I'm using the bathroom, son. What do you think? But anyway,
hands on the seats, like hands on the door like this.
Like, what are you feeling for? What's going on? Yeah, I love that kid to death, though, man. But yeah, all right. Intro over. Now, glad to see y'all back. Always with the co-host James. As you can see, fans, viewers, subscribers, all y'all. You can see James couldn't make it with us. He has some important engagements to take care of. Depending on how important you think of it is. Nah, inside joke. But yeah, it's gonna be us
not
three.
Inside joke. He's at the gym doing cocaine.
Yo, bleep that out too.
No, that part's staying in. That part's staying in. So.
Trying to make my man feel guilty. James had to take care of some things that he felt was way more important. And we're talking cash shit now, James. So if you do watch this, hate us some more, but you know you're gonna love us in the end of the day. But yeah, he couldn't make it. But you have us today as usual. I think we will do a pretty good job without our fourth. But yeah, let me go ahead and do the introduction. This is Media Marauders, as you have not known, or if you're new viewer, this is Media Marauders. This is Max. Thomas, aka Mr. Random.
How you do?
And we have Mr. King, Mr. Jokester himself, the King Prince of Jokes. How you doing, my friends?
Right, doing all right, doing good.
Good. Last week we talked about some random stuff. No, let me stop. Let me do a better job than that. Last week we talked about some anime. We talked about some anime. Talked about some more DC animation. Got into some video games, and that's really what we do for the new ones, for the new viewers. We try to talk about a lot of things.
You missed a part. We talk C-SPAN.
C-SPAN.
Yeah, we talk C-SPAN media.
C-SPAN?
Yeah,
explain.
C-SPAN is?
I feel like this is gonna be a trap.
Oh, well, just keep moving.
What's C-SPAN?
Just keep moving.
All right, man. Anyways, we try to cover all things, including C-SPAN, apparently. So I don't know. I'm kind of scared what's happening now. I feel like this is going over my head completely.
It's that channel that shows nothing but Congress.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what C-SPAN is. Yeah.
Oh, y'all gonna have to show me that one. I did not hear about that shit or heard about.
Well, I mean, it's not nothing to be heard about. It's actually a channel that does nothing but conferences of government, like the whole day.
CSPAN. Okay, I got you. My bad.
Yes.
That definitely went over my head. I apologize. Like, I'm thinking, all right, I got you. I thought it was a joke.
He wasn't. No. He wasn't talking about cocaine. Still, probably. He wasn't trying to make a cocaine joke about that. Just let you know.
It was not drug related this time. All right, bet. Appreciate it.
I mean, we can make it drug related.
I'm sure we found a way to make it happen.
Yeah, C-SPAN. Cocaine span around the world.
He's that quick with it. He did it right off the top of his fucking dome. That man is a genius. Anyways, moving along. This is Media Marauders. This is what we do. We try to talk about all things media. We have no breaks. We try to cover everything we can and bring it to the viewers and give our opinionated thoughts, and because we're always opinionated, especially me. I know I can be very outspoken about things that you guys most likely won't agree with, which tonight's episode will be about. And yeah, that's it with introductions. You guys are feeling good. You guys are good. This is Meet Marauders.
Just thinking though, 2 years ago this day, I was at something in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Timberland. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
special shirt.
something in the water shirt.
This man trying to flex on the damn channel. I don't need that. We don't need any of that, sir. Just because I wasn't there. Neither was King. I could have. I missed that shit, man. I was for who was out there for real? Obviously, it was hosted by Pharrell.
Everybody. Stoop. Tim.
Damn, man.
Pusha
was there. See, now we can't give too much away about what we do. I mean, if people know what's something in the water, they're gonna know where we're from, right? What is that already?
It was in our intro for the first year. Yeah,
that's true. I always saw that Newport News thing. I was like, oh wait, but anywhere can be Newport News.
No, we're the only city.
I don't know how secretive you guys want to be, so I try not to be too nosy about what we do.
Look, it's too late now. You already said the city, so it's too late now. I mean, Virginia was perfectly fine, but you just had to say the whole.
No, I didn't even know. All right,
I didn't even on Saturday. I'll bleep it on Saturday.
See now, I can't be part of the show now because I got warrants. I can't do this, man.
See,
you gotta think that sometimes we're in different states.
Mr. Random, cut this shit. I'm out of here.
God dang, what kind of shit did you get into back in the day? All right, man. Anyways, yeah, man, we try to cover a lot of things. So I think tonight's episode is gonna be interesting because this particular form of media just released last week on the 23rd of April. And while recording, we've already seen the movie, and this movie is Mortal Kombat. And we're going to give the theme. If we could put the theme song for like a quick second.
One more time, Mr. Random. Theme song.
No, it's like a snippet. It's a snippet. Oh, but you good.
Play? Oh, yeah.
Put the Nintendo theme song in it for like 5 seconds. They'll be like, all right.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess it depends on the popularity.
All right, I'll do it. There we go.
I felt the energy. All right, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about Mortal Kombat, the 2021 version, not the 1996, 97. When did the old one come up? 95. Wow.
We'll talk about all the versions a little later too, because
I would like to express. We're gonna give a quick review because we all watched the movie this past weekend, and
there can be spoilers.
Yeah, definitely spoilers tag, definitely spoilers. I'm gonna put it down in the descriptions as well, and I'm gonna put it in the title, let everyone know. We're only gonna be talking about Mortal Kombat and our thoughts, our opinions, and what we liked and disliked about it. And I feel like I might be on the ledge by myself on this one, so I'm not gonna start it off. I'm not starting this one off. One of you gentlemen like to start off the movie, your thoughts, or should we do a recap, kind of give an idea of this, or we don't need to go that far?
Well, if you hear now, you probably seen the movie or interested or seen the trailers. So, trailers. Right. It's a Mortal Kombat movie about a guy named Cole or something like that with a C, not a K for some reason. And, he doing his thing. Mortal Kombat happens. We here. All right.
All right. It's about it for the synopsis, right? If you don't know about that guy with the C, not a K, got you.
He really wasn't that big of a deal anyway, to be honest with you, but that's different. That's a different thing. It's a different thing here.
So, okay. I guess this is, I guess we could kind of walk it. We could kind of walk along from what we can remember, scene to scene throughout the movie, and we kind of give our ideas about it. And then most likely we'll get lost within what we're going to be talking about, and that's perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. So, at the beginning of the movie, we're introduced probably the number one or number two best scene throughout the movie was the intro, where we meet Hanzo. What was his name? Hanzo Hayashi.
Hanzo Hayashi.
Yeah. Hayashi and Ben. What was his name?
Bihaan.
Mm-hmm. Which is respectfully was Scorpion and Sub-Zero before they became Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And I'm gonna be the first to say that I'm not 100% a Mortal Kombat fan. Like, I won't go down the lore. Yeah, I'm not going down the lore tree with you. I'm not gonna do all that. If you guys are better at this, please correct me. Let me know. I have no issues with that. Obviously, you guys always correct me on this channel anyway. So
we can try to help where we can.
Yeah. So I know from the video games that these two are rivals. They've always been like, not always, but they're at one point they're rivals. They're like just
They're not rivals.
They're aren't they rivals? Wasn't that the whole point?
One hates the other one for killing his family.
Yeah. So
Well,
I figured that's what.
Well, he's being picky about the word, not necessarily rivals, but they're not really being rivals. But
They're vengeful.
There's a hatred. There's a hatred, a well-deserved hatred there.
A big animosity, like a huge animosity between them, or at least it could be one sided or not. Either way, I know and this is where the movie introduces us to Mortal Kombat, and you see this rivalry or this animosity pick up. Sub-Zero ends up killing Scorpion's family, and they're both assassins. Scorpion's from Japan, and Sub-Zero's from China.
Yes, Sub-Zero's from the Lin Kuei, and Scorpion's from the Shiryu.
So, if you guys have the history of that, why did they meet like that? Who put out the hit? I forgot. I forgot. It was one of the people from the other world, right, or outer world.
So in the movie history,
yeah,
like history was they wanted to take care of Shang Tsung wanted to take care of Earth Realm's champion, and I guess it was a prophecy that dealt with the Scorpion's clan. So he sent Sub-Zero and them to wipe out that whole clan, every last one of them.
So Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, got you.
Here we go to Dragon Ball Z already, huh?
I'm sorry, we haven't talked about it in a while. Let me just do that.
Pretty much same. Well, in this movie, yeah, there was that prophecy. It was like, hey, we have
Super Saiyan prophecy from Scorpion's clan. Anyways, okay, so I know in the game it's a little different. It was someone else that put the hit on Scorpion.
Okay,
but we don't need to go there because it's about the movie.
As far as the game lore goes, I don't know the game lore. I just know from different movies from Mortal Kombat, such as Scorpion's Revenge. And I'm not sure if the game is. I'm not sure if the game is in unison with the movie version or not. So I can't say.
See, I know in the game, until quite recently, Bihaan has been the killer of the lead person who killed the clan and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mortal Kombat 9 started changing up the story as someone else did it. So it wasn't 100% Bihaan who killed
Bihaan.
Okay.
Killed it.
All right.
Okay. Well, now that we got that out the way, all right, cool. So within the movie, we know Shang Tsung pretty much doing what he does later in the movie, where he tries to take out Scorpion, mainly for this prophecy, and to get rid of whatever champions that Earth can potentially have for the tournament, right?
Right.
Got you. So two birds in one stone type of deal. So we get that we see that fight scene really well choreographed. If you guys could pull up the actors that I forgot, I think Scorpion's actor was very much of a standout, and Sub-Zero as well, but Scorpion really held his own. I forget the actor's name. But
it's the actor. I gotta actually pull it. The actor. I'm gonna butcher his name. Hiroyuki Sanada. But he
did a good job. Unlike Max, he did a good job.
hey, I got my Japanese down. I'm somewhat bilingual, so I try to influence my Spanish in there sometimes. Is that wrong? All right, but yeah.
he's been in a couple of good movies too. To be honest with you, a lot of the actors in the Mortal Kombat movie have been in good movies in the past.
Really?
That cast
was pretty deep.
They had a packed cast.
Yeah, they did.
Because I want to get into that as well when it comes to the acting. But yeah, a hero, he did an impeccable job. I've seen his face in other movies. I swear I've seen him in other movies. I just can't pinpoint where. But he did an incredible job. The choreography, that's one thing I appreciated. The actual people portraying these characters were really in these fights. I'm assuming. I don't think they used stunt doubles too many for these, like the actual fights. Like they were actually choreographed with the actors.
Yeah, a good amount of them actually do.
Are martial artists.
Yeah, martial artists, and they. Mm-hmm. I think some of them got their start doing stunt doubles and action.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
You could tell by how fluid the fight scenes are, and that's one thing I would really praise this movie for, keeping true. Like, because I could always shit on the first Mortal Kombat movie, even though it's a very nostalgic and one of my favorite old bad films. Their choreography in that movie was horrible. So to watch this movie and using that, parallel between the two, like that, the new Mortal Kombat 2021 wins impeccably. Like they did an incredible job with the choreography. I will say that.
I agree.
So then we kind of move, and then we meet Cole. I forget his last name. He's
Cole
just
Young.
a forgettable character. Cole Young.
Cole Young.
Yeah, Cole Young. He's a very forgettable character. I will say for myself, I didn't really see him as a necessary character for what they're doing in this movie. But you said what?
Who was necessary? None of them.
Sonya wasn't necessary.
Those characters.
Sonya was not necessary in that movie. The people that had the mark were the ones that were necessary.
He had a mark.
That's what I'm saying. But I felt like the reason to put him in, like how they try to use Scorpion in him, I see why they did it, but he just didn't hold much weight into the movie for me, other than for Scorpion coming back for that moment.
Yeah, he was a good plot device for Scorpion coming back. Yeah.
It wasn't even a good Thomas. I'm sorry, but that was not a good plot device, man.
It was
You're saying using a descendant. Mm-hmm. It's never been said before in the video games how Scorpion, or it was never used. A descendant was never used in the game.
Oh
right?
No, I know exactly. In the video games, you got to throw in Quan Chi to bring back Scorpion. Scorpion's always going to be a plot device.
He's going to be introduced in the movie though, later on in the movie.
Who, Quan Chi?
Quan Chi?
Yeah,
Quan Chi was not in this movie.
I'm not saying in this movie, but he's going to be introduced. Apparently. He's being introduced.
He always comes after Shang Tsung. So if you have Scorpion in a movie without Quan Chi, then you got to write a whole Quan Chi. You got to write him into the movie.
But I'm saying they're already all right, and that's one thing we're to get into. But they are planning on putting a trilogy in for this, so they're already planning. Most likely, they're going to put Quan Chi in this. They have. It makes the most sense.
His story is kind of too.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
yeah. Quan Chi stories are like.
It just. I think Cole just as a character didn't appeal to me. And I figured it was kind of weak writing for me, in my opinion, for that.
My biggest issue with Cole, the reason he didn't seem to fit, was he seemed too down to earth, and I think that's what makes him seem boring compared to the rest of them. He seems too real, to an extent. The family, the he's been through issues. The rest of the characters are kind of like, hey, they're representation of their video game characters. They don't really have a whole bunch of extra baggage on them. Like
I guess mine was a little different. Mine a little different with Cole. I don't know. He just seems so. They made him such a badass. Pre the movie, he was a badass apparently that won the championship against somebody, but he just loses his way. And I didn't understand. I just didn't understand that. Even when he caught his second win, I guess, against Goro. And that'd be a different topic I want to talk about. I just feel like at the end of the day, he was made to be like a sad puppy. But then I imagine as it progresses, he'll become that aggressive dog again as it progresses. But this this movie here just made him seem like he was just not necessarily needed at all. So I hope they give him a redemption going forward somehow, some way. Then it probably makes sense. Then it will probably make sense to me about that.
Because it seemed like he lost like his big thing because like again, I said like beginning of the movie, I was not entertained. Like when he was getting beat up in the cage, I was like,
yeah,
this is your main character, huh? But it was just like,
choked his ass out. Don't tap out.
But like how King said earlier, he loses his way. Like he doesn't like he. It's like it felt like in that fight, that cage fight that we have when we're first introduced to Cole, is he was holding back or something. I felt like maybe he was holding back for some reason, or
I didn't see him as holding back. I just saw it as him getting outclassed in the ring. Even when because honestly, if like his daughter said, he went through the uppercut, he probably would have won, but he just didn't have that sense in him to do so.
Yeah, I think he didn't have that fire in him until family got put in.
No pun intended. Yeah, I got you.
And so I think that was the thing. It was like because I think him being the way he was wrote that way for when they started unlocking their powers. So like they had a reason for him to have a power. Again, they wanted him to be down to earth. They wanted him to be able to explain what's going on in the world.
Right.
Everyone else didn't seem to care. Like they were just kind of like again, like we were talking earlier, like Sonya randomly having powers.
Yeah,
how to use them.
Sonya. That's another.
Every character in besides Cole is like a cartoon character, pretty much. in their act, the way the characters are, because their characters are. I want to say all the characters are pretty much close on to their video game representation to the T.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Okay. I don't know if I want to agree with you on that, but if I would know more about the lore, because I can't help but go off from the old movie since I can't do too much with the video game.
And see, that's
I know that's a horrible representation. I know you shouldn't do that.
I was about to say, because in the movie, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are cool. They have never been cool in the original movie.
Right.
Yeah, in the original movie. Yeah, I got you. In '95, I get that. And all right, so not to jump around too much. Let's get back. Let's get back to where we were. So we see Cole. We're introduced to Cole. We know he has a family. At first, I thought that was his sister, and the white lady was like a friend or something. I did not think that was his family.
They were going to be divorced. I really thought they were going to be divorced. He had some drinking or something. It was going to be something. They was like, nah, they just a happily married family. I was like, oh.
Right.
Yeah. It was really weird how they introduced the family to me. Like I was thinking like Mortal Kombat, this is about to be violent as fuck. You got some issues. Like you do heroin or something on the side. Like, I don't know.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. Yes, of course. Our favorite drug on the channel.
Back to what I was saying though. That's where the issue comes in. The Mortal Kombat people don't have no healthy, like their families are endgame, like endings only. You don't have like until most recently when they brought in Johnny Cage's daughter and
yeah,
Casey.
But she was a part of the tournaments.
Yeah, and but before that,
recent,
though, the characters' families just don't matter. Mm-hmm. And now we're sitting here like, oh, there might be something interesting, like he's gonna have a drinking issue, drug problems, something that. But they was just like, no, they just a happy family.
Yeah, they're good. Welcome to all this visceral shit, happy family. Get ready. I really thought the daughter was gonna die when Sub-Zero came. I was really not hoping that she'll die, but like some kind of danger will come to the family other than, yeah, we're throwing hell on these motherfuckers. Like, we ready now, Sub-Zero. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie. Sub-Zero coming in like that just made me kind of upset too. He was like,
hey, yeah, just doing some. Not even using, like, the snow was just there. It was just rubble. It was pretty much rubble. He was using psychic powers. That's all he was fucking doing. All of a sudden, he got psychic powers now.
That was an Easter egg for the video game fans.
Okay, yeah, that's one of his specials where he could lift you up and down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of he did pretty much a good amount of his specials from 9 to 11.
He actually did. I actually liked it too from Bihaan, but. Like I said, just talking about the characters and everything like that. Like we said, with some of them not having the reason to be in it, it was just some of them just like I said. I thought the action was good, but the reason behind them being, I guess, in the movie was just like, okay, that was kind of stupid. So I'm gonna
out a little bit more.
I'm gonna place blame on Sonya in this one. One of my cons is Sonya, her having the issue of wanting to search for this whole Mortal Kombat situation, having to pin on the
all right.
Look, guys, if we look here, this was America, right? This right here was the United States. But look, this was in Brazil. 1956, Japan had this here. And they spelled Mortal Kombat backwards. Just let us know there's something going on here, guys. Now, to me, I was just like, aren't you in the military? But then having the fun-loving Kano kind of saved that movie to me for his
comedic. He really did.
That actor?
Yeah.
Hilarious in everything I've seen him in so far.
Hilarious.
Yeah, Superstore. He's really funny in Superstore.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in Superstore?
Beside Don Cheadle.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, was he? Oh shit! I gotta watch that.
Let me see my computer decides to work here if I can find his name.
Yeah, Kano carried it.
Mr. Josh Lawson. You're a good guy, Mr. Josh Lawson. You're pretty funny as Kano. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I guess they use him as that comic relief too, but at the same time, just one of those things that was just like, I guess they did it on purpose, but I didn't take him serious as being as like the brutal killer he was stoned out to be because he's making so many jokes. I was like, don't give me the jokes.
He played it like the video game character.
He did, but he did. He did.
Kano's a brash dickhead.
I get it. And I get it, man. He made the movie a lot funnier than it should have been, to be honest. With all the jokes he was making, I was like, jeez.
Can we? Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
That's what I'm like. Once they introduced Kano, I was in for the ride. Like once he joined, I was like, oh, y'all going the video game route. Y'all are fully going the video game route besides Cole. But yeah. So I was,
yeah. We can admit that, right? We can admit that.
Yeah. Besides Cole, they went the video game round. I was like, you could kill him in the next one and just have everyone just be normal Mortal Kombat character. But I have a theory about Cole also.
Oh, we'll get into theories in the end. We'll try to hold on to that. Try to hold on to that.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, not to fast forward too much because we did miss one character before Kano was introduced and Sonya. Jax.
You're right. Jax.
They did him.
I was really disappointed in the character Jax.
Well, if anyone knows who the character plays as Jax, this line here is the funniest thing I've ever seen him do. Ashtray, bitch. And whoever's gonna watch this knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because that shit even had me and my wife laughing about it. The minute we saw him, we was like, ashtray, bitch.
Where's that reference to?
It's a movie. I think he plays like a abuse.
It's in reference to a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh, he plays the part in that movie?
He plays a part in that's him. Not him, but he plays a part in a Tyler Perry movie where it's a whole different movie, but it's a Tyler Perry movie. The best scene out of that thing, he's sitting in bed and it says ashtray, bitch, and whoever's seen it knows where that scene comes from. But me and Terry cried laughing at it because it was like they took this guy, and he also played in Supergirl too. Yeah. He's played in a couple of shows.
I think he used to play he played in the game. He played in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he played in the game.
So he's been around.
They had a stacked cast of actors in this movie.
Yeah, like I said, they're good. They're good cast. Definitely, we kind of. I guess Jax was a weird cast, in my personal opinion. But at the same time, it's just it is what it was. But go ahead, Max.
No. I'm just saying, just to clarify a bit. Jax was poorly executed in this movie. I like Jax. I've always liked Jax. When it comes to Sub-Zero, Jax, Scorpion, and Shadow. I want to say Jade. Those were my characters that I played. And when I actually did play back in the day. So the way they handled Jax, of course, how Jax becomes Jax, why he's even part of the Mortal Kombat. I thought it happened after he lost his arms, not before.
No.
So I guess they're going a different route with that.
Jax originally had normal arms in Mortal Kombat, the game.
Yeah,
I know. And I want to say when he lost his arms, okay, so he was part of Mortal Kombat before he lost the arms. Okay,
yeah, he was part of Mortal Kombat before he lost the arms.
Okay, that makes sense. That goes with how it happened.
He got the arms back, and then he sometimes wears robot arms over his real arms. Mortal Kombat, when I go into the fact that this is so close to the video game is why it's weird.
It didn't bother you. So that's why it didn't bother you.
The Mortal Kombat story it's weird.
Convoluted as fuck.
It's not convoluted. It's just fan service. The whole Mortal Kombat is fan service.
Mm-hmm.
You have a character called Rain who's based off of his whole concept is from Purple Rain.
He did
He's
have
the
that.
prince of a country. He wears purple, and his name is Rain.
Let me ask a question real quick. Let's put a pause real quic. Mortal Kombat was American made.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember that part.
So is this a lot of appropriation in this?
Back in the time, yeah. Nightwolf.
Nightwolf is
because he's
Native American.
Nightwolf is appropriation.
I think even it wasn't. I don't know if, when it comes to the gods, if ethnicity even matters because they're not human. Like Raiden, I know people had the whole issue of whitewashing in the '95 version of Mortal Kombat because Raiden was white.
He's always Asian-esque. There's a Earth god who's black. There's Chronica. She's a new one, the one of time. I don't know what she is. But...
All right. Well, once again, not to tear away. Let's put playback. We'll right there with Jackson and Sub-Zero. How'd y'all feel about that fight? Yeah. That short, very 2-minute fight.
It was short, but I thought they tried to give him the light that Jax may deserve to give us the reason why he lost his arms. But I thought it was pretty good. And that whole just seeing a military guy go against the ninja was like, he's bound to get his ass whooped. He's just bound to get his ass whooped. I saw it coming. I was like, you're bound to get your ass whooped. But the way they broke his arms though, I thought was pretty interesting because once he froze him, he initially cauterized his arm already. So he was already set. He didn't bleed out. But the way his ass dropped off that metal port though, his face and his chest, I was like, oh, he's done. Damn. Bing out.
See, he hit his head, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
God dang.
See, that got me too, because again, video game mass spawns. You remember in some of the levels you could uppercut them and they'll fall. And
yeah. And that I took that was a callback to the video games, or at least one of the, because if you didn't know, like me, when the finishing came up and you were ready to do a fatality, I don't know how to input those buttons. I'm gonna just do uppercut. I always finish them off like that. Always when I was a kid, man.
Did you catch the callback to the original Mortal Kombat movie that they did? When Jack shot the bullet and Sub-Zero froze him. The only time he's ever done that is in the Mortal Kombat 95 movie, I want to say.
Oh, when he put his fingers on the gun.
Yeah.
It didn't stop. It didn't technically. Yeah, it stopped the bullet, but he put it right on the pistol.
Probably I haven't seen it in so long. That's probably why I didn't remember.
Watch that shit again, man. You're gonna laugh. It's nostalgia. No, I mean, it's a bad movie.
And I think that's why I didn't watch it again, because I was gonna laugh at it anyway. So I just.
Yeah, it's a bad movie, man. It's nostalgia though, so I'm gonna give it.
Yeah, but I thought it was a good fight for what it was worth, though. Just you understood where Jack started. Like the initial moment, you're just like, yeah, Jack's gonna lose arms here.
Mm-hmm.
This you already know he's gonna lose it. We just need to see how and where. Well,
all right. So I'll give that to that. I'll give that as well. I thought the fight was pretty good. I mean, as short-lived as it was, we all knew that he's gonna be outmatched by Sub-Zero. Like
right.
we just it's like a level cap. I saw like they played Sub-Zero to be like supreme. He's the best in the tournament. That's how they played him as.
I like how they did Sub-Zero though, because he kind of like I heard some people talk about it and it clicked. I was like, he kind of reminds me of like a Jason type character in this movie.
Oh, like the steady walking.
And he's like, I ain't gotta like. Remember when they ran from him? Like, we're gonna drive away. Sub-Zero, like, I could teleport, but cool. You can speed off.
I didn't know he could teleport.
Yeah, he can teleport. He leaves ice clones and teleports.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I knew about the ice clones.
Yeah, that's why he was able to catch up to him. He can teleport.
I thought that was his brother that could. No, you're right.
Well, no, technically, a lot of these moves were his brother's moves, but they do the same moves. Because at this point, if his brother is in the world, he'll be Tundra and Sub-Zero be Sub-Zero.
Would he be Noob? Noob something?
If he comes back in the next one, he'll be Noob.
Yeah, that's because I did some little bit of research on that, because I'm like, yo, no way Sub-Zero's that they still have him in the game. And like I said, as we said before, these guys are like technically immortal, depending on the person that's bringing them back. Anyways, yeah, I guess we won't go that deep because that's the lore of the game, right?
No, I'm kind of going into that. Why this is such a good movie adaptation of a video game.
Okay.
But, that's gonna be later. It's gonna be later.
So fast forwarding now, we already talked about Sonya and we talked about Kano. That we finally get introduced to them because Jax tells Cole, or he finds out about where Sonya is. They're partners. So we finally meet Kano. Kano, we've already said yes, he saved the movie, or he did a good first and a half of it. He did a great job of keeping it together. Sonya was there, like I didn't really have. I didn't feel like she was necessary to be in this world, like the way, or at least the way they introduced her into this.
Her normal plot device is getting captured. That is her normal role in the stories.
Which, like, Mortal Kombat 95 did a great job of that.
Interesting.
Yeah, but we're in the progressive era, bro. We can't see these women getting captured like Princess Peach and shit.
Again, that's why Jax gets put out of commission, and then Sonya has to figure out what's going on, because either Jax is saving her or she's saving him.
It. Yeah,
they have.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. And I guess for me, his aspect was I was trying to figure out where she would fall in line into the tournament, because even not Raiden, but Shang Tsung even said that. No, I'm sorry. Melina, sorry, escaping for a minute. Melina even said she didn't have the marks, so she was a waste of time, and her death wouldn't be anything fantastic. So at the point in time, I had to think to myself, like, so why is she there actually? But then it made sense after we fast. I'm not going to fast forward to it, but it made sense when we get to that part that
they foreshadow that part too in the desert.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
they did.
Well, I want that explanation because I think it is for what I think, but we'll get there. Reptile.
Okay, see, that's the thing. His character, my favorite Reptile was the one from 95. His character's been
humanoid.
Getting, like, even in the game's been getting dragged into the trash for like ever. Like, so they can't make up their mind on him.
So they're really an assassin crew that Shang Tsung has, or was that for the movie?
Yeah, Reptile sometimes a ninja, sometimes he's a random reptile, sometimes he's one of them characters that just, like, if you follow the games, his character is not consistent at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the thing. I was like, oh, you picked this Reptile.
This Reptile.
I like the presentation of the fights and the flare gun, and then Kano doing his finisher, and he says Kano wins himself. It was corny, but I appreciated it. I thought that was kind of dope.
His fatality too.
Yeah, and it's his fatality. I mean, yeah. So, you know, the fight was cool. That's where I could just turn my brain off and just watch. All right, cool. This is fun. Got the heart, crushed it. He did his trademark. He said it himself. Kano wins. You know, Cole's there getting his ass beat. And you know,
I will say
Sonya.
The beginning of that fight was not good.
Which one?
How did it begin again?
The reptile fight.
Air, wait, what?
You said reptile fight?
Yeah. Yeah. The beginning of that fight, I was like, "Oh, y'all are just doing martial arts."
Like when they started doing the shadow boxing, because we all know that in real life that's what they're doing. They're pretending to fight.
Yeah, I was
a reptile that's probably 6 foot tall.
Yeah, I was like, y'all did this, huh? Like y'all like, you know what? We can get away with this one.
Oh, and wait,
did that.
The part that I didn't notice is when Kano took the flare gun, stabbed it into Reptile. I didn't notice that part. I must have blinked because I didn't like. How did he do that?
He definitely jabbed it in there.
That happened so quick. Shit. All right, so we appreciated somewhat of how that fight went. Cole still didn't do much. Sonya Blade's introduced. We see she's actually whoever's plays her, the actress that's playing her fight scene she's a good fighter. Like, or at least her choreography is really well. And, you know, your boy Kano, I don't know if he actually did those fights. I mean, he didn't really do anything crazy, but that quick fight between him and Sonya, I appreciated that. Desert. Yeah. That's where we're going next. But yeah, she's a good. Did you see who the actress is?
Yeah, I don't know how to say her last name. It's Jessica, possibly McNamee or McName.
McNasty, got you.
Shut up.
All right.
Stupid.
So Sonya has some kind of convoluted plan, or she has to use Kano. Kano has a way of transportation to get to this these ruins or this temple that's hidden. And it looks like somewhere on Earth, maybe the Sahara Desert. I don't know. I didn't really see that portion where we kind of get that because it's supposed to be a secret anyways.
Mm-hmm. Well, because Kano is the leader of the Black Dragon clan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, he's a badass. That's him apparently. I always thought Kano was just like a mercenary for hire.
Well, no, he was.
I mean, he still was. He still was mercenary for hire, but he ended up being the leader of the Black Dragons.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the original story, he ends up betraying Jax and Sonya. That's why they don't like him.
Yeah.
Well, she technically does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that technically he does actually betray her.
That does happen. Okay. Let's do a quick break. We'll do a quick break and we'll try to get to the half of this movie and to the end, and then we'll give our theories and what we expected, what we hated, all that. So quick commercial break. Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna talk some more trash about Mortal Kombat. All right. Welcome back. Once again, this is Meteor Marauders. We took a quick commercial break, and we're gonna keep it rolling with this movie, Mortal Kombat 2021, that just released April 23rd. And we got to the desert now. There's not really much to say other than the quick fight scene. Well, actually, you guys had a point, something there with why Sonya's here.
Foreshadowing?
Yes.
Yeah, the desert just kind of foreshadowed what was going to happen later when Kano pointed out that Sonya doesn't have that killer instinct like
got you
like he has, because you know he don't play that.
He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. Okay, all right. So yeah, and we kind of see that. I thought she was kind of like envious that she didn't have a mark.
Yeah. She wanted to fight.
Okay, so she just wants to have that killer, and she wants to fight. She wants to protect Earth, or maybe just more for selfish reasons.
I thought it was the fact she wanted to protect Earth because of course, she had been doing the research on how to find out what Mortal Kombat was about. So for me, it was more aspect of her wanting to find it and also save Earth too. So what you're saying?
Okay, cool. All right, so we have these three: Cole, Sonya Blade, and Kano. They can't find the spot. Then they end up finding the spot because of what again? I forget how
Liu Kang showed up.
Liu Kang ends up showing up, and this is when we're finally introduced to Liu Kang. Thank you, Thomas.
In the horizon, in the horizon, he shows up.
And they're just walking in the horizon. And when Kano says some funny shit, I forgot what he said, but he did a great job being the joke guy. and not being too serious. Not taking the movie wasn't taken too seriously. He helped with that portion.
Again, I believe it took a specific actor to play Kano, and they hit the right one.
This dude stepped. Yeah,
his timing was impeccable.
Yeah, jokes were on point. Is like,
yeah.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if he just did this like he was just not ad-libbing, sort of like ad-libbing, but
I know what you're trying.
What's the word?
Off script? He just off script or
off
no?
Script, yeah, but it's another improvisation.
Improv,
yeah, improving. I wouldn't be surprised if he improv some of this.
I wouldn't either, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
So we get introduced to Liu Kang, and how'd y'all feel about Liu Kang, real quick?
I'm glad we talked about this one. So Liu Kang pissed me off, and one of the things he kept fucking doing. Every fucking scene, he was throwing that swash around. I was like, "Where's the fucking swash? One fucking time, I'm gonna turn this shit off, man." He was pissing me off with that, man. I was just like,
that shit was smooth as fuck, man. What are you talking
let's go. I'm gonna fight you for WAP. I just want to say this for WAP. So I was like, "Geez, man."
He did it like three times in a row. He did it like 3 times in a row. Like he wouldn't let it be no, bro. I got this little thing on my side.
He literally did it every scene he was in, dog. Every scene he was in.
I was saying these were cartoon characters.
I know, I get it. But man, I was just like, God damn.
Who normally was going to do that?
It was like, let me tell you this. It's like first of all, I'm not mad about the character they chose. I thought Liu Kang being as shredded as he was, he had no kind of body fat on him whatsoever. Thought that was pretty dope.
That motherfucker was 0%.
His attitude is a little I'm not saying amateur, because he understands that he's not the best, but he knows he can still kick ass if he wanted to. So I felt that kind of about him.
He's humbled.
And as he was throwing his swash around or his bow around, I was like, this nigga right here, he throw the shit one more fucking time. I'm gonna turn this shit off. But he knew he was very down to earth. He was ready to be trained. He knew that he had a good what was it, his brother, right?
Cousin.
Brother.
He had a cool ass cousin as a brother type to be with him as well. And so I thought they gave him a pretty good character to play him. And I thought, like I said, that was the only bad part I hated about him, was that he was throwing that fucking swash around and that bow.
That's just a perfect. I just don't like it when you flip your shit. It makes me feel weird. I don't like it. It's annoying. It's annoying to look at.
I would like to say with comments that they switched their roles around a little bit.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because Kung Lao was the chosen one this time. It's usually the other way around. It's usually Liu Kang as the chosen one.
You're right, because in the first movie, he was the chosen one.
Yeah,
right.
First movie and in the games, he's usually Liu Kang is usually the chosen one until quite recently. But
and wasn't he kind of a hothead too, though? He
has hothead tendencies, which they show in this movie.
Yes, and that's true. No pun intended. There is fire involved. But yeah, all right, cool. So with Liu Kang, I felt like he was awkward, but I think it was intentional because I feel like he didn't really have a lot of human contact, especially from outside the temple. Yeah. So it seemed on brand for him to be kind of awkward or, very formal, a formal way of speaking. So I didn't mind him doing that. Yeah, that motherfucker was 0% body fat, just standing. He was flexing. I'm like, all right, bro, my wife right here. Calm down, all right? I don't appreciate it.
On my list now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, damn it. Long hair motherfucker. All right, but so we get to the temple with Liu Kang. He does a bit more swashing around with his little hip thing, his belt. And we open up, and now we're introduced to Raiden. Raiden, okay. Not whitewash Raiden from 95. Now we have more of a Asian-esque man looking, obviously Asian-looking man.
Yeah.
My thing with this, technically he's a god, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
He's a god?
Well, Supreme, yeah.
So does it really matter?
He was only watching the movie from 95. just so you don't die on this hill.
I'm just saying it doesn't really matter what ethnicity he is, though, at the end of the day, right?
Yes, it does.
It does.
It's like when they did that character from Doctor Strange, how they turned into a white lady. They used to be an Asian man.
I thought Doctor Shaw. Oh, you talking about the Great Master, the Grandmaster?
Yeah, the Grandmaster was supposed to be a guy. They gender swapped her.
And they like ethnicity swap. It was a Asian dude.
I think the way she looked though, she was supposed to be ambiguous. Like you weren't supposed to think that she was man or woman.
Nah, I saw a white lady.
That's all. All right. But I do appreciate that they stay because Raiden is a Japanese name for lightning. So I don't know, or a Japanese word for lightning. So I like the idea.
God of lightning.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what he's supposed to be, known as.
Lord Raiden.
But Raiden was cool. Like he's supposed to be kind of he kind of has a smart mouth from 95. I remember. I don't really remember in the game if he always had a smart mouth like that. I know to be jokey, say some snide shit here and there, like some sarcastic shit.
I didn't take him as a jokey type guy. I thought he was doing what he needed to do to get everybody to get his point across. He wasn't necessarily a jokey / he was definitely being honest, but at the same time, him being jokey, I didn't take him as being jokey, but I guess he was being very serious, very honest about it. From what he was saying, he didn't see any potential in anybody at that point in time, which honestly. They did. There was no potential, to be honest with you. All they had to trust was in Liu Kang and what's his name?
Kung Lao. Yeah, that's true. I felt he said some smart shit here and there. I felt like it when they first met him, like he was definitely coming at them like y'all are weak and shit like that.
You know, he was serious, like, and you,
right, so I just not gonna work with nothing. Jesus.
Yeah. That's true. You're not even supposed to be here. Why are you here, Sonya? But yeah, right. I got you.
Yeah, I was at home. You know what?
I don't need this shit.
Right.
But all right, so we get Raiden. So he did a good job for what he did. Then we move into some more exposition. We find out Jax is alive and they're repairing his arms. Not much to really cover with that. I don't see how he didn't have a huge gash on his fucking head, but all right.
Because, bald head people, I heard y'all heads is hard.
Come at your ass real quick.
Yeah,
I felt like it, right?
I thought. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was pretty funny. They was putting them together, and he had them skinny ass arms. I was like,
those little twigs.
grab my strong hands.
Motherfucker really. Hey, I give it. Jax has heart because even with those little scary movie 2 hands, like he really tried to come at it with some shit, bro.
Yo,
my germs. No, but seriously. All right. So motherfucker came in with both arms. Hold up. All right, but no, seriously. All right. So we get into the montage, the fighting montage. We see how Cole still ain't shit.
The training.
Yeah, the training moment. Kano gets fooled by Liu Kang, and apparently that's a throwback because Liu Kang has that the foot sweep that he does in the game.
That's a lot of people wanted to see him do the foot sweep on Twitter.
Right.
You want to see him do the foot sweep? Y'all got the foot sweep.
Right. We got 3 times, motherfucker. So those funny moments. Like once again, Kano carried a lot of it. The trash talking, a lot of cursing, very explicit stuff like Mortal Kombat should be with the violence and anything else above adult content, which I appreciated once again. And Sonya ain't doing shit because she's not a part of this, and no one's allowed to train.
Yeah.
Sit your ass on the bench. You're
no
good.
Training for her.
Yeah, we're introduced to Kung Lao. All right, look, before the fight montage, we're first introduced to Kung Lao. I don't know much about Kung Lao. I knew that him and Liu Kang were related. I knew that.
Yeah.
But it seems like even Mortal Kombat with like how Reptile is, why do they hate Kung Lao so much? Why do they always want to kill this guy so much? Like he's gone for like a good couple years, and then he comes back, and then he dies again. Shang Tsung, like we just always killing him and stealing his soul.
You remember we had that story about Phrygian?
Yes,
that is Kung Lao. That is his role to die.
That's initially for females, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
His roles in Liu Kang's story is to die.
So, is Liu Kang supposed to be the main character for Mortal Kombat?
No, but Kung Lao's still supposed to die. So you talking about in the game?
Yeah. I'm talking about the game lore.
Yeah, he's in every game but one of them.
And I know at one point, or this is already spoilers, but I know at one point Liu Kang and Raiden they don't fuck with each other at one point.
No, Liu Kang gets killed. He gets killed off in one of the games.
Oh wow! So he's gone for a while, or he just killed and he comes back.
Well, he's gone, but he comes back as a zombie.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Anyway, so Kung Lao, we're introducing Kung Lao. My man coming in robed up with a sombrero on. So like let me stop. No, he got his nice big.
All right, Kano, sombrero.
I forgot he did say that. I took his joke. And you know his weapon of choice is his metal hat is razor sharp on the side. So used to be used as a frisbee and also be a shield at the same time. So that's pretty dope. And then he killed that Batgirl, whatever her name is.
Yo, that was pretty
that
slick.
Was a visceral. I was very surprised by how graphic that was, even though I shouldn't be.
Yo, they gave him that was one of his fatalities.
Right, right.
Is a main character from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I figured she was. I think I've seen her before too, but I don't know her name.
Nitara.
But you said, huh?
Nitara. And sadly, Nitara. They hit her with her whole backstory in one sentence. When
what was it?
Shang Tsung was like, my beautiful Nitara, that's all she is.
Okay.
We just got a bat lady here. Cool. All right. Just welcome to the party.
Okay.
Half naked bat lady. But I know his fatality is the other way around. Like he comes groin first instead of head first. But you know, I guess he's riding her, no pun intended. And like then he kills her, type of thing. I noticed that. I did my little research on that, on his fatality move on that.
He has some simple fatalities. They went with the bloodiest of them though, because I'm like, he has the one with just top heads off. They're like,
nah,
give us something.
They had to give us something.
Yeah,
especially that fight scene. They had to give us something there.
Yeah. Kung Lao was dope though. So all right, so we move past it, then we get into the fight montage. Like I said, Sonya ain't doing shit, she ain't shit. And then let me stop. But yeah, so we get there and we kind of like we understand what arcana, or we try to understand what arcanas are. Is that part of like, do they call them that arcanas in the game?
No, that was something. Nah, that was definitely something. That was definitely something added for the movie. Just like,
how did y'all feel about that?
That was them trying. I believe that was them trying to
make sense.
Explain the powers.
Yeah,
for the humans anyway.
Yeah, like instead of like y'all don't need to call it nothing, just let them have special powers.
Right.
Arcana.
I thought that too, especially. But I liked how Kano made that a point to say, "Oh, we get special powers. I hope mine's a late." He was trying to figure out who might get fired too and shit. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
That was a funny way.
Yeah,
he was like, it was like he was explaining what the rest of the world is like with the
he was the audience. Yeah, exactly. That's what he was meant for in that moment, especially.
So that's the thing. I know how they could pull it off for another movie if they don't bring Kano back.
They're gonna have to,
because they could bring him back, Cyborg guy, because he got stabbed in the eye.
Exactly. Technically, he's not dead. He's just brain dead right now, but they could kind of resurrect him or some shit. Who knows? Whatever kind of Mortal Kombat thing they could do.
But they don't bring resurrections coming.
Johnny Cage is going to have that role.
Oh, and that's also around Johnny Cage.
He's going to have that role if they y'all see what's
going
on around here? Like, he's going to have that role.
Yeah,
because he's fresh. He's new. He's going to be the Kano for the next one. People. Just to pause again. People are trying to get Ryan Reynolds to be Kano. I don't know if y'all saw him in the group chat.
Miz is another one that they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
The wrestler Miz.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think he'll be great for the jokes and, the silliness and sarcasm.
But someone probably do better.
Yeah, I feel like Ryan Reynolds. I don't want Ryan Reynolds to fall victim to being typecast again. As far as him being already being Deadpool. I feel like him being Johnny Cage now, you'd be like,
that's probably his best role.
I want to do a serious movie now, outside the comedy roles.
Okay, so all right. So like I said, we get Kung Lao, then we get into, where was I? I'm sorry, brain fart.
We talked about Kung Lao and
Kano shooting the I-beam.
Yeah, all right. So we get into the Arcanas. That's right. So we get a quick exposition of what Arcanas are, and everybody has a special Arcana. It's not just one. Everyone has the same shit. Then we get some shit talking at the dinner table with Kung Lao and Liu Kang going in on Kano, because Kano stays saying some reckless shit, always talking, can't shut the hell up, and so they provoke. The whole point of that was for him to develop his Arcana. We can assume that, right?
Yeah,
and to talk shit to him.
No, they look at each other when he gets it. They're like, yeah. He's like, oh, that was a point.
Yeah. All right. That was interesting.
Kung Lao says it to Liu Kang in Chinese at that point.
Say that again.
Kung Lao says it to Liu Kang in Chinese at that point that I got this.
Oh, okay.
So
all right,
I think it was Chinese.
Dope.
I believe they're speaking Chinese.
So Kano, even though he's talking the most shit and doesn't take not really taking any of this really seriously, because he's the first one to get his Arcana.
Yeah,
and we can see that it's kind of challenging. It's pretty challenging to develop an Arcana. We can agree with that, right?
I can agree with that. I can.
Okay, so Sonia, we're gonna get back on you. All right, so we get that part. we're gonna get back there. So all right, so we get there. Cole's still having troubles. Now he feels like he's not really, he talks to Raiden. Raiden's saying you ain't shit. You don't need to be in our crew. You're not doing much.
Again.
You don't have it. Yeah, you don't have that killing instinct that this is all about. So if you want to see your family, get your ass to stepping. So goes through the portal, bond to his family, and Shang Tsung collaborating over in Other World, correct? That's the world?
Yeah. Outer World. Is it Outer World?
Oh, Outer World. Outer World.
Outer.
Okay. Outer World. And we see him collaborating with another fan favorite, I'm assuming, Prince Goro. So Mr. Forearms is being used to get rid of, because the whole plot of this, what Shang Tsung is trying to do is get rid of the champions from Earth. All right.
Yeah, because like the original story, they just need one more win to run into Earth Realm.
Right. And for that, they get to rule Earth Realm pretty much, right?
Yeah. If they win the next
domain.
one, yeah.
That'd be a domain, and pretty much do whatever the hell they want to other humans. Okay, so Shang Tsung enlists Prince Goro to get rid of Cole because he knows that Cole. He must have known that Cole went back to his family. Obviously, I don't know how that was really explained. Do they just get tabs? They're being watched at all times.
Teleporting all over the world the whole time.
Right, that just is Mortal Kombat. Makes sense.
They can say key Dragon Ball.
Oh, is that what that is? Is that how they explained it? Yo, it's like Dragon Ball, yo.
I don't know. I feel like they.
I don't remember how they know.
I feel like they kind of explained it where Raiden could transport people at will, but I felt like Shang Tsung had that same power where he could send someone to where someone else was. I think because if they're actually fighting each other because of their kana that was on them, he could send them to him. I mean, that's what I could figure out. Goro showing up where he was at that point in time.
At the same time, I think because there's something with Sub-Zero being able to track him. That's why they told him to run, because he's like, I'll stay back and fight him because there's no way to take him away from him because he could track him somehow. They don't really say how. They just
just know.
Like,
all right, Mortal Kombat. Once again, Mortal Kombat. All right, so
the question is, do they really need to explain it? Like, would you have been happy if they said, took one line of sentence, like, we can find people because the marking on their body is the way we were able to find them? It was, okay,
right.
I'd rather have a dumbass explanation than no explanation at all. I'm sorry. Just like not like I'm because already I still, like I said, I don't know much of the Mortal Kombat lore. I know I can say I know about a good 45% of Mortal Kombat lore. So
I think more like 25.
Shit, give me 25. I'll take that. At least I fucking know that. Look, this doesn't make sense. How did he know where he was? I mean, maybe they did explain it and we just forgot.
No, I think they just gave him one sentence throwaway, like, hey, he could track you.
There he is.
They didn't say how he could track you.
There he is. Get him. Yeah.
Anyway, so we get to the fight. It's Prince Goro against Cole Young, right? Yeah. Cole Young.
Without a K.
And he's with not a K, with a C. Let's make sure we remember that shit. And his family's there, so already we know it's a threat there because Raiden said that they don't care who's in it. I'm pretty sure it was Raiden. They don't care who's a part. Like if the person's focused on you, anybody else involved, it's free game. Collateral damage. They don't care. So we already know his family's on the line. Of course, it's a callback to Scorpion. That was the whole point. That whole moment was a moment for Scorpion.
Yeah. Also want to point out how messed up Raiden was. Think about it. He's like, I'm gonna send you back to your family because you don't want to be part of this. And he knew it was coming.
Yeah. It was forcing the whole Arcana thing out of Cole. That's all it was.
And you won't do it. Your family, huh?
Hey, your family will.
How y'all feel about the fight? Did you feel like Prince Goro got the short end of the stick?
Hell yeah. God damn, they wasted Goro. I'm totally pissed off that shit, man.
Yes.
They wasted him. I feel like that's one of my cons I hate about the movie, that they wasted pretty good characters at the beginning because they wanted to appease the fans. Yep. They should have just kept. I think they could have just kept Goro. I mean, at the same time, they could have. Everybody wanted the Scorpion versus Sub-Zero thing, of course.
Yes, of course.
But the Goro portion, I feel like he's actually a respected person within the Mortal Kombat lore. They should have kept him for like a later movie if need be, because killing him off so quickly, I'm like, God dang it! Even if they did give the caveat of death just being, of death still being able to be bypassed, I said they should have killed him. But
I think the thing with Goro is, like, I don't think Goro is as big of a character as people think he is. Like, because Kintaro and the female one have way more appearances than Goro does.
Yeah, and I get that. I just feel like it's more of the. I feel like it's maybe probably more of the what's the word I'm looking for now? The nostalgia of it. Because
like from
the first game, you're like, damn, I get rid of Goro already. You know,
yeah.
I think that's when they got rid of him in the game. Was like after the first game, he
lost his.
Because they had the Centaur. They had
I remember the Centaur, and
wasn't
Goro's sister.
Yeah, his little
sister.
Yeah, she has a lot of appearances. The Tiger Strike one, I think he only had 1 or 2 appearances. Goro comes back, but for the time travel. So
yeah, I think they wasted. I can't help but use the '95 Mortal Kombat as a reference because they anticipated that fight with him and Johnny Cage for so long throughout the movie. It was like it's going and they were showing him beat like he was beating, and then he beat the shit out of the black dude. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker, you can't touch Goro. No one can touch him.
Which I think the black dude was the original character for Mortal Kombat movie. The black dude in the original Mortal Kombat, he's the original character.
Oh yeah,
he was the original character, but he was just used as a plot for Johnny Cage because they were boys outside of Mortal Kombat, just to make Johnny Cage upset. But I just saw Goro as this paramount character. So when I saw him fighting Cole, I'm like, okay, Goro's gonna lose. I didn't think he was gonna die. I was like, yo, not this punk ass Cole. Right. What the hell has he been doing?
I think that's the thing. I think with them adding fatalities to the list, I think they're about to go through a whole bunch of characters.
Yeah.
I think by the next one, we're going to have whoever's in the next one. Yeah. Some of the main characters from this one, we're going to get killed off probably.
I see that.
Because it's like, Mortal Kombat has a humongous roster.
Yeah. Yes, and I definitely understand that.
It's like, if Goro's not the main bad guy, he's like the dude, that one dude who got his head splattered. Like that, he's general of Shao Kahn's army.
Yeah, he was like he's an actual
Raiko.
Raiko, something like that.
Raiko. He's
like, Jax beat the dog shit out of his ass.
I know he got killed in the first. Like he is like, yo, I think he took over for Shao Kahn at some point. He's not gonna do that. I mean, he did.
That motherfucker was a side character. He was a player 2 motherfucker. Like he had no relevance at all. Like if no one knew who he was, they were he's just a throwaway.
But I think they're gonna run like Cabal. He had I don't remember. Did they kill Cabal?
They did kill Cabal.
Yes. Yeah, he got Liu Kang. Liu Kang got him with the fire, his special.
And see Cabal, because he hit him with his animality.
Right.
But Cabal is a hero. He's one of the good. He changes sides, goes good, bad, good, bad. That ain't gonna happen.
Nope. I remember him in one of the fight on. So I remember him in one of the Mortal Kombat games. I used to play as him because I liked his swords.
It wasn't just me, but the voice for Cabal was I don't know if
it sounded very familiar.
No, it is very familiar because he's been in a couple of movies.
Harriman?
Huh?
Damon Harriman.
Is it that? I thought it was going to start with an L. I thought it was.
I think Goro had a nope. His voice was Angus. I don't know who that is. No, Damon Harriman was Cabal. He was the voice of Cabal because Cabal's played by 2 different people.
Oh, the voice and the actual actor, right?
Yeah,
I like Cabal too. All right. So let's fast forward a little bit. Cole beats the shit out of Prince Goro. Yeah, and he also receives his Arcana. It's some weird is that what it is?
That's all
I was arguing with my wife about. I was arguing with my wife with that. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Thomas.
You got Wakanda powers, the Black Panther powers.
Wakanda.
Like,
yep. I thought about it.
You can take hits and then push the power back out.
I thought about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There was no explanation to that. Like, was it just reinforcement, like a defensive thing?
They were running out of time.
I mean, at the end of the day, I felt like because if we go deeper into why he did it, and because of the fact that he was wearing his bracelet for his daughter at that point in time, and then after he got frustrated and upset that his family's being attacked, that's when his bracelet kicked in with his love for his family. All that metal shit came up. Then I was like, that looks very familiar. Even when I saw that was very familiar. And it was getting hit. I was like, I can't put my hand on it, but now you said it. I'm thinking right there, say, yeah, that's that Black Panther vibranium shit because it's a throwback to it. I was like, what the fuck? What?
And there was no explanation to what it fucking does. I don't even need a verbal explanation, just by visual aid. Like, what is it that you do? And then he had his tonfas. I like his little tonfas. They're dope. But
because that's the thing, his tonfas and his powers are for protecting people. He is the only Mortal Kombat person who is not made to just go out and kill people.
Right.
Like, so weird.
I agree with that.
Again, he doesn't fit.
He really doesn't. He wasn't. I guess, man.
Everyone, like Liu Kang said how he's like, Rage is the one unlocked his Arcana. Rage unlocked Kano's Arcana. Rage unlocked Jax's one. Maybe so. You don't know what happened off screen, but
no, that was bad writing, and no, that's just bad pacing. But anyways,
but Cole's was unlocked by wanting to protect his family. Everything all his abilities come from wanting to protect his family. Scorpion showing up. Why? Wanted to protect his family.
You said Scorpion?
Yeah, Scorpion showed up because he wanted to protect his family.
Right.
I thought he showed up because of the revenge. He kept saying "Unleash me" because he knew Sub-Zero was there. All his shit was about revenge.
It was. Are you talking? Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about
Scorpion? Scorpion's reason how he got his Arcana.
But that's the thing.
What his Arcana is.
The ability to bring him out came when he needed to protect his family.
I could see that. I guess.
Gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Think about that.
All right. So Arcana achieved by Cole. Then he comes back by Raiden, and Raiden's like, "Yeah, I knew that shit was gonna happen. Good thing it did, because your family was about to get destroyed." All right. So Raiden's a gambling man. Who would have figured? All right, and so
they're putting the life of worlds on tournaments. They gamble.
Fair enough.
That's what gods. That's I could see a god doing that. Gods are very, they're god complexes. That's what they have. So, all right. So we get in there, and then Shang Tsung finds Cabal, and Shang Tsung have a moment where Cabal knows that Kano's part of the whole crew, and Kano ain't shit, and Cabal knows he ain't shit. Even says the man's a piece of shit. So he pretty much says, I can recruit this motherfucker to let us in, because Raiden puts a whole force field around the temple to make sure no one from Shang Tsung's side could come in and try to kill the champions. Kano does what he does best, backstab people. So that's exactly what Cabal was able to do. Get Kano on their side, and there's a big fight in the temple, right?
Big fight.
Raiden, I forgot, was Shang Tsung and Raiden fighting, or did they just disappear? Like, Raiden's like, you know what, peace out, good luck.
Nah, they ain't fighting.
And then Shang Tsung was like, you know what, this is my place now, y'all my bitches. All right, cool. So everyone was fighting. Liu Kang was fighting Cabal. Kung Lao was trying to fight Shang Tsung. No, he fought what's her name, the flying girl?
Oh, wait a minute. What are we talking about now?
We're talking about the fights, people that were fighting in that moment.
Yeah, Kung Lao fought Natira.
Yeah.
And Shang Tsung was just chilling, saying everyone was beneath him, especially Kung Lao. Cole ended up coming back, fought Milana. I think Milana's fighting ability, and the person that was playing Milana, attractive looking woman, other than
it's Melina.
This whole thing. But Milana, I think she did a good job of being really menacing, and with that moment that she had with Sonya Blade to remember, hey, you ain't shit. Like, you don't have a mark. Why are you here? You don't even go here. Like, you could leave. So that was a fun moment there to show Sonya Blade's enviousness. Like, she still feels left out. And fast forward. Like, we don't really need to get too in depth, but Kung Lao destroys the flying girl. And Cabal is messing with Liu Kang, like treating him like he's a toy. And that fight was embarrassing. Liu Kang, he was getting very frustrated, couldn't do shit. And Kano was fighting who?
Kano was fighting Sonya, wasn't he?
Sonya. Okay, I got you. And Jax was going against dude with a hammer, and he couldn't do nothing with his small hands because Sonya got hit off the cliff. Then Kano hit the hand off on the stone, trapped her. She got hurt. Jax just strong
He's
hands
the
couldn't
only
do
person who got his Arcana from wanting to protect somebody.
That's true. He did it out of rage and wanted to protect Sonya. That's true because he wanted to move the boulder out of the way. All right, but we'll fast forward. That's just more fighting, all that, and we're gonna just get to the crust of it. What I want to get into is, I guess we can kind of go to the ending then. If we Kung Lao gets his soul taken. All right, we kind of pretty much foreshadowed that it was gonna happen. Why not? Kung Lao?
People wanted Shang Tsung to do that move, that fatality.
Yeah, your soul is mine.
I wanted it.
I appreciated that moment.
I wanted it. It was a good one.
You said what, Thomas?
Someone had to get hit with it.
Someone had to get hit with it.
And Kung Lao is the punching bag for that moment. Sorry, Kung Lao. The next one, man, or not? Who knows? All right. Now I really want to get into the main thing, which is the Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Cole fight. Well, mainly just Sub-Zero and Scorpion. How did y'all? I felt that was maybe the best moment. I want to still say the first scene was better, the very beginning of their fight, the first time they fought. But this scene was really good to me.
Because that's when they went all out.
Right.
They went all out.
The production, I feel like a lot of the money went into that.
The choreography was really good. I thought him using his blood to make the dagger and come back to him. Like, yeah, that was pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
And not to fast forward too much into the fight, but his Scorpion using his fatality on the Hellfire. Oh man, I like that they didn't make him into a full skull. I thought that would have been corny.
He's recently been human again.
Oh
yeah,
within the game.
Yeah, he's human again. Well, until he got killed again.
Yeah. Damn it, Mortal Kombat. And he come over here part was corny to me, but I really liked it. It made me feel like 95 Scorpion again, even though that was a horrible rendition.
Have Scorpion without get over here.
You said what?
You can't have Scorpion without get over here.
Yeah, correct. I'm just saying, I figured that would be it would still be a corny thing to say. Get over, like, I just think it's a corny thing to say, me personally.
But I have a story mode. You got to say at least once.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I get that. I just, in that moment, I figured they were going to do it, but I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was bad. Sub-Zero was getting his ass handed to him. He got double teamed. The fight was good, man. How do y'all feel about it?
Showed a lot of Sub-Zero's moves. Like when he did the wall, brought the wall up and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, so y'all just went in. Like, we're gonna add everything.
Yeah, when he did it, when he threw his foot down to create the wall, I was like, that shit was pretty dope. But then he did his clone move too.
Yep,
that was right there, got me. I was like, all right, they threw someone's in there.
I didn't notice the clone part. I see. I'm gonna have to watch it again. I didn't notice the clone part.
In the middle of the ring.
Yeah, in the middle of the ring, he threw a clone and jumped back. So that what's name was cut him in half.
Oh, you're right. That's so just
right. So I think Sub-Zero Bihaan was played by Joe Taslim. But you see him a lot in a lot of different movies, though. Most notably, The Raid, and then the other one was Final Fantasy. Sorry, Fast and the Furious 7, I believe. He was one of the henchmen with Chris Evans. Not Chris Evans. Sorry, not Chris Evans. Apologize. He was one of the henchmen with I love that guy too. As an actor.
Jason Statham? No,
it's not Jason Statham. He was he was in Fast and Furious 6, and the main villain was Evan something. I might have cleared it up real quick and bring it up here. Villain? Yeah, I just can't think of it. Luke Evans. Luke Evans was the villain in Final Fantasy 6, and he had a couple of henchmen.
Fast and Furious.
He was in Fast and Furious 6 on that in that specific one. And then the guy that was playing Scorpion has been in a lot of other movies too. Such he's been in Westworld, who's been a pretty good show.
Okay.
And he played as and he was actually in Endgame apparently. What I'm seeing here too.
Endgame, really?
Yeah, he was one of the henchmen. Not saying one of the henchmen, but
for Guardians of the Galaxy.
No. He was in Endgame. He was in Endgame when
Star-Lord.
Why? No, I'm saying he was in Endgame when Ronan, who is actually
okay.
What's his name?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. I can't remember his name. When Hawkeye turned to Ronin, when he was in Japan fighting the Yakuza, he was one of the guys in that.
Got you. Yeah, overall, I think that's where most of it, because everyone wanted to see that fight. They were building up, especially the promotion for this, for Scorpion and Sub-Zero to really go at it, and they did a good job. I appreciated it. We still didn't know what the fuck Cole's powers did or his Arcana did, but
we did.
Did we?
Defense.
Defense.
He can.
Defense.
Send him back at people.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the going back. I didn't see that.
When he hit Goro, one of those when he finally throws the uppercut, he hit all the attacks getting from Goro. He hits him back with.
He put it right back into him.
Yeah, he took.
I'm gonna have to watch that again. I didn't notice that.
It makes sense because it makes sense. He's absorbing his hits. I thought the way I saw it was when he was getting hit, he turned those hits into the Tofas. I thought he was taking that way, the Tofas, but it makes sense that, like you were saying, he was taking the hits and using it like the Black Panther suit, getting all that. So kind of makes sense there.
I'm not going to give you that. But all right, we're going to do another quick commercial break, and we're going to get into the theories. At the end of the movie, and just the theories are what we expect for the future, because this video is already going on long enough, I feel like. So we'll try to end it with the next one, y'all. So another quick commercial break. We'll be right back. All right, let's finish this off. All right, welcome back. Back from the quick commercial break, and we're gonna get to the end of the movie and kind of give our theories and what we expect to go into the future. Like we said, this might be a potential trilogy, so we'll see. So we can agree that fight with Scorpion and Sub-Zero ended well, or ended really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So
like the movie, it was a good movie.
So we can say with the.
All right, I'm gonna start first. I'm gonna give my first thought of it. The thing for me was the pacing of it. I had no issues from the beginning of it all the way until they actually went to go see Raiden. After the fact they saw Raiden, I felt like it kind of sped up too quick as far as the fights went, and then they got together, they beat everybody together, and they rushed into the tournament aspect of it not going to happen. If they were going to make it a pre, they should have just slowed the pace down where certain fights happen between certain individuals, and not just what was like a handful, right? About 10 of them altogether, like five fights altogether.
Around there. Less than 15.
So, like I said, that was actually my thing about it that I didn't like about it. So, the pacing of it and the wasting of the characters were some of the cons that I had for it for myself. So, I give the movie out of 10. I gave it like I'm only giving it a 6.5 because I didn't want to give it a full 7 because that's like a fairly.
Did they deserve
movie. It couldn't deserve it to me. So I give it a 6.5. Because of the fact that I like the fight scenes. I see it going into a part 2 if need be, or part 3 if need be, only because of the Easter eggs they gave at the end of the movie, and you just know it can't be done that quickly for a tournament of such magnitude. So, I like I said, 6.5 best for me. Was it a bad movie? Not necessarily bad, but it was what I expected from it.
And I'm going to piggyback off you because I'm around that same area, just more wanting to shit on it more. Only because not even as a fan, just as a viewer.
Not a fan.
I'm barely a fan. You are correct, but I like this. I like the characters of Mortal Kombat. Like I said, I don't know much of the lore. I could give you a little bit of something that I've seen or read or whatever. Just growing up, I used to be invested in Mortal Kombat when I was younger, but it's so much has changed now. But with this movie, pacing, acting wasn't that good. It, like just looking as a viewer, acting wasn't very good with most of the characters. Kung Lao was weird. I want to say, Cole was. I did not enjoy Cole's acting at all in this movie. I thought it was very half-assed. I think when he needed to exclamate with things, it came off really lackluster. It felt empty. His character was really hollow to me, and how he presented his character was very hollow to me. Already said pacing. I appreciate the fight scenes. I think the fight scenes were very well choreographed. The music was very whack. That's what Mortal Kombat was known for in 95. I'm sorry. The music was hitting when I was a kid, man. I used to vault over couches and shit. Yeah.
I didn't think about the music, to be honest with you.
The music, there was no music really, like the music was not. What were they doing? Dubstep in that shit? I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention to it, man. I know they remixed the original. They remixed the original Mortal Kombat 95 theme song, but it just didn't hit 95 theme song
was techno.
Like, and that shit was popping.
It was techno.
Shit, that shit. I still get off on that song.
Is that what you're saying?
I need a little bit. That's on fire. Nah, but it's. Good one. No, the soundtrack wasn't very emotive for me. Like it didn't make me react. And this is at me as a viewer, as someone that is just watching. For what it can be, just to turn my brain off and watch, it was entertaining enough there. I think Kano stole the show. I think Liu Kang was pretty good for someone as awkward and, being away from civilization. I like Sonya, her fighting ability. I still don't think she was necessary for a lot what she was doing. Like, they really shoved her in. Like Cole, they just shoved her in there because she was a part of it. She's been a part of Mortal Kombat since the very beginning. They didn't do a good way of explaining why she was doing this. It was mainly for Jax. And I know it's simplistic. Jax looks out for her. Sonya looks out for Jax. They're best friends forever. Fine. But it just... Why are you here, Sonya? Like, I don't know. All right, that's me. That's just me. Shang Tsung did pretty good. I liked his whole "you're beneath me" with Kung Lao. It showed like the ranking system within Mortal Kombat. I saw that. I did a little quick moment. I think in the first game, Shang Tsung is the very last, like the very top of the food chain in the rosters who you have to fight. So that was a nice little callback to that. I like that. Milana didn't really. She got fucked by Sonya. Sonya, how did you get your powers? Like what? Like did you that stabbing Kano in the eye? All of a sudden you could shoot ring beams out your fucking arms? I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm sorry.
When she stabbed him, she got the mark.
So how did she get her Arcana though, Thomas?
Because she got the mark. The mark gives you the ability to use Arcana.
So everybody else has a quick, maybe almost a day or two of trying to figure out how they get their Arcanas, and she got it within 5 minutes after getting her mark, and then teleporting, maybe even shorter than 5 minutes.
All she needed was a strong emotion, like going Super Saiyan. That's it.
Go Super Saiyan.
I'm sorry.
Liu Kang explained it to you when he said, "I got angry."
Oh my God. All right, I guess, man. And I guess it could, depending, after killing someone, you're still angry in that moment. I would think you would be like,
no, she was excited. She got happy. She said, "Yes, I got the mark." Boom, Arcana. Boom, ready.
Beams in my arms now. I got these ring beams. Melina, you deserve so much better, mommy. I'm sorry. She deserved way more than that. So happy
after killing Kano, she unlocked her Arcana.
Could have been.
And being a part of the Mortal Kombat crew. All right, man. Whatever. Like I said, I think, on top of pacing, the story wasn't well developed. The writing wasn't as good. I would think, in this day and age, you would think writing could be a lot, especially with a movie that people are really nostalgic about, especially from 95 and the ones that are into the video game.
But see, that's the thing, though. For ones that were into the video game, this was for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was mainly for the ones that know the lore and appreciate the game for what it is for as long as it's been around.
They threw the 95 people a little bit of like bones here and there.
Yeah.
If they would have went the 95 route of let's write a movie, this and that, nah. It would have had a bombing at the office in today's movie theaters.
Bro, I would say, I can't say that. I was going to use the YouTube as a reference. The YouTube episodes they were doing on YouTube, the Mortal Kombat was doing on YouTube.
Which is a series which has a lot more time to breathe.
And those are actually very good series, actually. With Michael Jai White as Jax. Shit was actually pretty good. I want to watch it again because of that.
Yeah, honestly, I want to get into
that was a darker version of Mortal Kombat than the movies. Both movies.
It was more down to earth one. It wasn't on the level of the video games.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And let me finish this, and then Thomas, you getting yours. But I did appreciate the side on the special effects. Obviously, in this one more than the other one. If we want to compare, the special effects were on point. Scorpion and Sub-Zero's moments, especially. And I had my issues with the movie. I give it a 6. I just I have my own things with it. Y'all could kill me in the comments later and, come at me sideways. It's all good. But yeah, I'm good until I think of something else and I'll probably interrupt you.
I just say, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
God, man.
Nah, I'm joking.
Please explain.
I'm joking. It's not 10.
Yeah, pop back for a minute. 10 out of 10, man.
I was about to walk away, grab something to drink, come back, and be like, nah, this some bullshit.
Mr. Random, 10 out of 10, huh? That was
quote that shit.
That's high praise.
7 or 8. Good movie. It was a good movie. It did what it wanted to do. It didn't want to be a movie with a lot of exposition. It wanted to be fights. Let me get a reason to fight, and that's it. Well, besides Cole. If it weren't for Cole, it would be a straight 8 for me.
Okay.
Because then they would have committed to the idea of we're just here to have some cool fights and fatalities and throw some Easter eggs in there. When you did what was it? Kung Lao said test your might.
Test your might.
Yeah, that's from the bonus mode in Mortal Kombat.
Mini games. Yeah.
So they pretty much were like, hey, here's the games where they gave to the actors pretty much. Here are the games. Study up on the characters from the games, not the movies, not the animes, not the comics, the games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And go with that. Because it's pretty much, it was fan service after fan service after fan service, which I was like, man, I forgot how much I like Mortal Kombat. Like WB, I want to buy your game now. It's besides the time travel. But
besides the time travel.
The actors encapsulated all the characters pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go by looking at how the character, because now we have the games which actually have actors who do the games.
Yeah.
And if you look at how they're played, those actors, they didn't stray, they didn't try to, they made it their own without going away from the source material by saying we're gonna play like Liu Kang. They didn't play Liu Kang as a hot shot Arcana master and all that. The Kung Lao was the only one that's kind of out of character because he was the chosen one for some reason.
Yeah, it seemed like they also they role reversed. They role reversed too. Not only was Kung Lao seen as the expert, but I always thought Liu Kang was more of the fighting prowess, and Kung Lao was he was a good fighter too, but always more seemed more reserved.
Well, no, Kung Lao was also hot-headed because Kung Lao joined the tournament when he wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
And because Liu Kang was supposed to be I'm the chosen one. I'm here to win the tournament for Earthrealm. Kung Lao was never supposed to be part of the tournament, but he's like, nah, Liu Kang ain't gonna go just win without me. I'm gonna jump in there.
So you got a little jealous and a little envious there too.
Yeah. So then he goes and joins because they're supposed to rock together. They're supposed to be peas in a pie, die on the same day. But
dang.
Yeah.
All right. So what cons can you say about this movie?
Cool.
That's the only con.
Well, when I got past the pacing, y'all said the pacing was issue. My issue with pacing was when they went from gym, racing, Indiana, somewhere in East Asia. I was like, this is how we playing this? Cool. Once I caught on to that. Because
they went on a Boeing jet. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, bro.
Car, jet, boom. Now we teleporting. Oh, y'all just doing every mode of transportation in this. All right. I see where we're going with this.
Oh shit! So all the characters were on point to you, other than Cole.
Played correctly to me. All the characters were played how they were supposed to be. If you were going to do a true video game adaptation, not we're going to try to adapt it to a movie base. If y'all are doing we're doing this for the fans of this massive IP. Mm-hmm. That's the route you go. Don't try to get everyone who's not a fan into this because that's how you lose people because the fans aren't going to want it. The people who don't care for it, they're not going to really want to see it anyway. So
I guess I wouldn't have minded more of an origin story for some. like the ones that are released important, but that's exactly. There's too many characters that would be too much happening in a little in whatever time frame that they have. Even like for a TV series, that would work better. Yeah, that would work a lot better for a TV series.
If they did a TV series, though, it'd be seasons because Sonya has backstory, Jax has backstories, Liu Kang backstory, Kung Lao, Raiden. Then you throw Cole in there, you know. Scorpion, his backstory is the easiest. Scorpion and Sub-Zero have the easiest backstories.
Yeah, they were the first characters. It makes sense. Liu Kang kind of easy. No,
Liu Kang was the first character.
Well, but I'm saying, okay, within the
then they introduce backstory and quick explanation for why they're there.
Yeah, like Jax's story his and Sonya's is, hey, we're special forces, which they pulled. They said
they did,
and we rock with each other. That's it.
And that was good. That was well enough.
Yeah, and they already set up Johnny Cage's backstory.
Yeah,
Citizen Kane,
the poster. Yeah,
right, with that big ass belt.
Yeah. Fucking grandiose, showboating ass, peacock ass. That's what Johnny Cage is, though.
But that's the thing too. They even like them using the Citizen Kane poster shows how much Citizen Cage shows how much they're like. This is what it is. Like, Mortal Kombat is a fan service IP. And it's not supposed to be deep. It's not supposed to be, it doesn't make sense. If you follow the main story of that series, it makes no sense. When they write themselves into a corner, like I was saying earlier, time travel. I thought they did time travel once. They're on their second time travel arc.
Oh God, that's so all right. Yeah.
Like, and then like because spoilers for the video game, the most recent video game. They killed the God of Time, and someone else takes over the God of Time. So,
we thought we were gonna stop time traveling. Now, motherfucker, we got a couple more in there.
Yes. Now I rule, and we're gonna figure out how this goes. And then the thing is, like, people become gods in the series. Like, I want to say Liu Kang became a god at one point. Liu Kang was a zombie at one point. That.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It's just cool fights and fatalities.
Yeah. And to put it that simply, and I understand it on the gamer viewpoint. I would think like in a movie aspect, they could kind of finesse it a little bit differently, but hey, they did what they were supposed to do with for the fans.
Because I will say one thing too, with the people who do Mortal Kombat and all the stuff around it, they choose to make it this way. Because like even like as you like saying like as a video game standpoint, that they could make it make sense, like they can make the movie make sense. They choose not to. Because when they do the injustice makes sense.
Yeah. That really does. It does.
They just choose not to. They want to. Mortal Kombat is gory, violent fun. He's taken serious. Like I think the original movies were more trying to be serious, but it was just like
trying to make more sense.
And that's what made the adaptation off a bit. And again, that's why I said Cole fell off because Cole felt serious to a point.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
or like. He took a lot of things in stride too.
You like, I'll tell you, they might have made him a drug addict or something. Like, I don't know. You don't pay.
Make him a little bit more interesting drama wise.
I'm like,
yeah. I mean, overall, we get. So, what do you get the rate? What do you rate it? Honestly,
it's like a 7-8. I feel like they did what they were trying to do. They weren't trying to aim for everyone. Like it was a movie made for video game fans. And the way it sold, if the second one has the same type of turnout from the people who are fans of the series, of the staple of it, they're gonna be making them for a good minute because they have a large roster. Get Shang because Shang Tsung's still alive, so he can run some, and then they can bring in Shao Kahn, or Quan Chi, or Chronica. Or the God of Earth.
I would think Shane Kong would not Shane Kong. What was his name? Kong.
Shao Kahn. They showed the statue multiple times.
Yeah, I saw. That's why I figured.
I figured he would be the next one to be introduced.
But that's the thing. He has a good amount of people between him and Shang Tsung.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of shit, man. I'm waiting for Kitana and Jade. I'm really hoping they bring those in. I don't see why they wouldn't make a sequel. They made a lot of money in the box office. They beat out the first week. They beat out Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train. They beat that out, and that Demon Slayer has been killing. Like people are heavy. Japan and outside of Japan. Yeah.
Well, what do with random thing. Like, I don't know if they're gonna bring Katana in it because the way they did Melina, I don't think they're bringing Katana in it because you run into an issue.
She's a clone of Katana.
Yeah, she's the clone twin sister of Katana, and that's going to be it's a plot change because she's black and Katana is not, and
Asian. I'm pretty sure.
Well, she's not really Asian because she's born in Outworld, but yeah,
I got you.
Right.
I would think they'll bring Katana, man. They got because I feel like
they showed
Jade.
They had her fan in it. Her fan was in the temple.
Yeah, I saw that.
It wasn't a temple.
And then they also Shadow Wolf was introduced in a news clipping. Like unless that was just for that moment, and he's not actually around anymore. He could be Outworld.
That's the question that they could. Again, it's Mortal Kombat. They can write a circle around. He was dead, but he's back because I'm pretty sure they said they killed the Earth champions already.
Yeah, you're right. Too.
So I'm thinking everyone we saw in them clip. Oh, so y'all not in it. Now they got new champions.
Damn. All right, so moving along then. What y'all got for theories, or are we good with theories? We pretty much went all over the place, man.
I'll say the theory, Scorpion's going to be back. Sub-Zero's going to be back.
Yes, as new whatever. Possibly. Or his brother might show.
Yeah. And
even Frost, maybe. Who knows?
Well, Frost. They could bring Frost in.
I remember.
She'll be interesting. Cool. She'll be an interesting one. But,
so we see for sure Scorpion coming back, and
I definitely see
they pretty much made the movie
back.
Yeah, I see them both coming back honestly, and Cole hopefully maybe we'll do more revealed on him. Like I said, he was my least favorite character in the movie.
He's just there to keep the story going.
Yeah, the plot that makes sense for the audience, I guess.
What about you, King? Probably won't kill to the third one, and
maybe I wouldn't mind that at all.
Everyone else, fair game.
Yeah. What do you think?
Besides Jax?
Jax needs a moment.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't have many theories to be honest with you. I just think at the end of the day, they'll probably come out with another with a part 2, part 3, if they're going to do it. Because, like I said, my issue with it earlier was because of the pacing, how they try to throw a lot of things into it towards the end of the movie. I think the first 2 parts of the movie were pretty good. The beginning and introductions and the going into the tournament, and so getting all those fights out the way, and also getting a lot of those popular characters or mainstream characters out the way, like Goro and Sub-Zero and Scorpion out the way, was more of a pleaser to the audience, which of course wouldn't be a movie without those 2 nostalgic reasons and everything like that. So for me, I said it's just more of the pacing of things, but they still like you said earlier though, Mr. Random. There's a large roster for that movie to go through. So I wouldn't even be surprised they pulled out some other ones, or another Reptile, for instance. They pull out another Reptile for the next part 2 or 3 if they do decide to do so, and then introduce everybody else, like you said, Rain being Purple Rain, and another Sub-Zero, which is his brother. So, and like I said, for me, I kind of feel like this movie was just like Godzilla almost. I didn't give it a big score, but it's a movie that people wanted for it to come out to be about. Yeah. And you go in with a deep thought, that's where you get convoluted in things, but I appreciate it for what it was, though. It was a better movie than the 1995 version, of course. But like I said, if my opinion had to go, I feel like the Michael Jai White version on YouTube was the better rooted version of the movie, the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But
I gotta go back.
That's the one we deserve. That's the one we deserve.
Yeah. A nice little series. I wouldn't mind a spinoff.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
I do know they're doing an animated series because they started with Scorpion and they have other ones planned. I want to say.
Nice. Really? I didn't know that.
I think so.
Nice. I hope so. Should. I would love to see another. I would love to see a story with Sub-Zero and his clan.
Yeah.
Right.
And go forward from there.
That's a convoluted story.
Yeah, I'm sure. I remember the video game. Never beat that fucking video game for N64.
Well, I was gonna say Lin Kuei and the Cybernetic Ninja Initiative.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Sector, some Cyrax.
Sector, I remember him. Cyrax, I remember Cyrax.
Smoke.
Yeah, Smoke.
Yep, Smoke.
A whole bunch of things on there.
Yeah, I think theory-wise, it's endless possibilities. There's so much there, man. Mortal Kombat's a staple within the gaming community, especially the fighting game community. So sequel in the third, sure.
And I believe Cole will be in the next game.
You think so? As like a playable character?
I think
he might be in this game because
Yeah,
the
I
fact the
believe-
movie came out. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they had to consult with Mortal Kombat with all those other creators anyway, so I'm sure they'll.
WB owns both of them, so
Yeah, so. Well, I want to give praise to the production team, the directors, the actors. Though I didn't like all of your acting, this is potential. Something can happen with the second. Something good could come from this. The sequel, and if this does become a trilogy, I don't see why they wouldn't make a sequel out of this from all the money they just made. So I wish well, because 95 is a staple because of the nostalgia. This didn't hold my attention, but maybe this will hold my kid's attention when he gets old enough to watch it. So, these movies are meant to, reflect. So I give it to them. Congratulations, y'all.
just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. I do have something to say about
just enjoy it. Just enjoy
something
it. Just
after
enjoy.
off recording when we're no longer recording.
I got you. So from all that, are we good? Y'all want to call it a night?
Okay with it. It was good. We had a good one.
Yeah.
Good conversation.
So Thomas was wrong that this was a good movie. Got you. All right, y'all all have a good night. y'all have an impeccable great night. I'm gonna be a great night because I got the last word. And I'm joking.
Hey,
I'm joking.
The anime picking still sucks. Just saying.
That is false, sir.
I say watch that show. I gotta watch it. I'm watching.
To Your Eternity is great, but yeah, the way of the House Husband, To Your Eternity, I just caught up on that. Oh my god, that shit.
Because James picks good animes, unlike somebody.
No, bro, I've been trying to talk about this damn anime with y'all. I brought it up 3 different times on this channel. Soon as James talks about it, oh yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
All right. Awesome.
Anyways, so we'll close it off on that night. We'll close it off tonight with this one. Once again, guys, thank you for coming back. James, we have you in our hearts. The prayers go out to you, my friend. I hope the workout went well. And throw shade real quick. No, but everyone, once again, this is Media Marauders. Max, Thomas, and King. Please click like and subscribe. Don't forget that bell and shout out all Media Marauder content. Please like our stuff, man, because the algorithms will let you know the views are still steadily somewhat going up. So leave a comment also helps. Let us know what else we can do. I hope the content isn't it could or be worse or what you want. Like, let us know what you think down below. So don't forget that, please. And check out our Twitter, our Facebook, and our Instagram. We're all over the place, man. You'll find us. You'll see us.
Yep.
You'll
Test
see us.
Test your mic.
Test your mic. So Mortal Kombat review. This is it right here. So everybody have a good night. Peace out. And please be safe. Bye.
Right. Be safe.